For Liverpool supporters, Mohamed Salah was so much more than just a footballer. He was an icon, a savior, a hero of an era. For the Reds, Salah wasn't just a star who scored goals, he was a light of hope amidst years of uncertainty. The Liverpool stands would rise with his every touch of the ball. After every goal, Anfield would believe in itself once more. But from the start of the 2025 season, things aren't the same anymore. Salah's still there, still wearing the same shirt. But the energy on the pitch, that spark from those early years, is gone. Goals have dried up, pace has disappeared, even his facial expressions have changed. Before, when he picked up a pass, a roar would rise in the stadium. Now everyone's waiting, but those old moments aren't coming. That rhythm that once beat at the heart of the entire team seems to have slowed. And there's just one question on everyone's mind. Should Liverpool have closed an era? Did they make a mistake by renewing Salah's contract? Some say this decision was excessive loyalty to the past. Others still believe Salah can be this team's leader. But the truth is, time doesn't give anyone special treatment. And that's precisely the most ruthless part of football. Today in this video, we'll take a close look at the reasons behind Salah's dropping performance, how and why the club made this decision, and which direction Liverpool might go from here. Because sometimes a player's story isn't just about one player, it tells the future of an entire club. Summer of 2017. When a slim player with a humble smile arriving from Rome signed for Liverpool, no one saw him as one of the most devastating wingers in Premier League history. But Salah changed the city's rhythm in just a few months. In his first season, 32 goals, 11 assists, records, headlines, roars. At Anfield every week, the same scene. Salah picking up the ball on the right touchline, cutting inside with a dribble, and the net rippling once again. Back then, Liverpool weren't just a team, they were a storm. Salah's finishing, combined with Jurgen Klopp's gegenpress system, simply left opponents helpless. So much so that a buzz would rise in the stands with every turnover, and everyone would stand up wondering, is he coming again? There was a confidence, a passion in Salah's play, as if he was rewriting his destiny on the pitch. With every goal, he was erasing past failures, rejections, with a rebirth. And Liverpool supporters found themselves in that story. A club that was once far from Europe, always finishing second in the Premier League, gained its identity back through Salah's feet. When the Champions League triumph came in 2019, Salah was no longer just a footballer, he was a symbol of an era. An Egyptian lad had turned into a legend in one of England's biggest cities. But every rise has its price. And for Salah, that price was years of high tempo, never-ending responsibility, and physical burden. Because Liverpool's system wasn't just a tactic, it was a way of life. And at this tempo, the human body doesn't give the same response forever. The peak lasted long for Salah, but after every peak, an inevitable silence awaits. Liverpool extended Salah's contract for another 2 years in the summer of 2025, weekly wages around £350,000, making him the highest earner in the club's history. When management made this decision, they relied on two main reasons: the Saudi Arabia threat. Al Ittihad were preparing a massive offer at the time. New manager Arne Slot's faith in Salah. The Dutch manager had said, "I'll build a new attacking system around him." However, two factors were overlooked: Salah's physical decline and Liverpool's shift towards more of a collective play mentality. Slot's system was based more on passing patterns and movement than individual flashes of brilliance. So, for a player like Salah who wants the ball at his feet, this system created a natural breaking effect. The new season was going to be a rebuilding year for Liverpool. Slot's playing philosophy was built on youth and energy, but theory and practice don't always progress at the same rhythm. On the pitch, there was a new Liverpool, but this Liverpool still hadn't figured out who it was. New signings, Florian Wirtz, Alexander Isak, and Hugo Ekitike, had arrived at the club with great hopes. But none of them had fully integrated into the team yet. Wirtz sometimes struggled to find direction in the center, Isak struggled to fit the game plan with his runs in behind the defense, and Ekitike was trying to get used to the Premier League pace. This adaptation process naturally affected the entire structure. As Liverpool's attack suddenly changed its identity, the rhythm was lost, passing links broke down, and Salah's impact on the game took its share of this too. Now, when Salah picked up the ball, there were no familiar runs ahead of him. Those passes that used to be understood with eye contact with names like Mane, Firmino, Henderson, gave way to hesitations, wrong timing. For Salah, this was an unfamiliar situation, because for years the system had been shaped around him. Now, in place of that system, a new one was being built, but it wasn't working yet. This situation echoed both in the statistics and in the mood. Salah was still fighting, still taking up the right positions, but the chaos around him was blurring his game too. Liverpool's attack was no longer a symphony, it was like a rehearsal where different melodies were getting mixed up. And in the middle of that chaos, Salah had turned into a musician trying to keep time in an orchestra he once conducted. But this drop wasn't personal. This was the pain of a team being rebuilt. And Salah was standing right in the middle of that pain. Anfield is packed as always. But the atmosphere isn't the same as before. Supporters are still singing his song, but there's an unease within the voices. When Salah misses a goal now, that old patience isn't there. Some put their hands on their heads, some just watch silently in the stands. Because everyone's thinking the same thing. Why does this team look so disorganized? And unfortunately, the easiest target for this question becomes the most recognizable face. Media headlines are harsh. Liverpool's magic is broken. Salah's leadership is being questioned. Did the system make a mistake or has the star tired? But the truth is far more complex than the headlines show. Some names inside the club see this period as natural rebuilding pains. Others are whispering that Salah shouldn't be at the center anymore. And Salah isn't answering any of them. Not in press conferences, not on social media. He just goes out on the pitch and runs to every ball with the same seriousness. But this time, while running, there's a different expression on his face. Not anger, not excitement, just a deep state of thought. Because Salah isn't just a player at this club, he's a symbol of an era. And symbols don't fall, but sometimes they're crushed under their own weight. Among supporters, there are now two voices. One side says Salah is still our legend. The other side whispers, perhaps it's time to turn a new page. But nobody knows how that page will be turned. Anfield's lights are shining once more, but this time everything on the pitch is different. New faces, new ideas, and a new Liverpool is being built. Florian Wirtz, Alexander Isak, Hugo Ekitike, all three are young, hungry, and out to prove themselves. But this stage is still in Salah's shadow. New signings are still trying to get to know each other. Wirtz's creativity flashes sometimes. Isak's explosiveness gives hope. Ekitike's energy gets the stands on their feet. But the rhythm between them is still missing. When the ball comes down, everyone looks at Salah for a moment. Because for years, the direction of this game came through him. Now that ball is passing into other hands, other ideas control. And right here is where Liverpool's future is being determined. Loyalty to the past or courage for change. Salah watches the youngsters like a hero standing aside. There's no anger in his eyes, just acceptance. Perhaps that moment every legend experiences one day. The story now belongs more to them than to me. Anfield won't forget him. Because Salah wasn't just this city's goal scorer, he was its soul. But football doesn't race with emotions, it races with time. And time is now pointing to a different team, a different energy. Wirtz picks up the ball, goes down the line, Isak's running, Ekitike's free, the ball's going in the net. Anfield leaps to its feet, but cameras catch a moment in the stands. Salah, on the sidelines, is smiling, as if to say, my story's finished, but Liverpool's continues. An era closes, a legend remains. Mohamed Salah, the king of Anfield. Do you think Liverpool made the right call renewing Salah's contract? Or should they have let the legend leave at his peak? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. If you like this video, don't forget to drop a like and subscribe to the channel. See you in the next video.